The verse that I recited at the beginning of this khutbah, verse 18 of Surah Al-Hashr. I want, inshallah ta'ala, the homework that I have. See, I gave khutbah at Al-Fatih Academy last week, those little kids. I had to give them homework. So I thought, okay, this will be adult homework, inshallah, for all of us, myself included. The adult homework is to reflect, to read the translation of the last verses of Surah Al-Hashr, 18 through 24, I believe. That's our homework, inshallah. I'll repeat it at the end. And I want us to, each individual here, to reflect deeply upon them, myself included. In fact, what I'm going to share with you in this khutbah is just a reflection of these verses. Not just because in hopes of bringing us closer to the book of Allah Azza wa Jal, but really of reflecting upon the attributes of Allah. At verse 18 of Surah Al-Hashr, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا اتَّقُوا اللَّهَ وَلْتَنْظُرْ نَفْسٌ مَا قَدَّمَتْ لِغَدٍ وَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ إِنَّ اللَّهَ خَبِيرٌ بِمَا تَعْمَلُونَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, O believers, have taqwa of Allah. Taqwa, the word in Arabic, comes from waqa'. Waqa' is literally to shield or to guard oneself. To shield or to guard oneself. So as the ulama have mentioned, this is about guarding ourselves from the punishment of Allah. It's to guard our iman as closely as we can. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us to guard our iman, to guard ourselves against the punishment of Allah. وَلْتَنْظُرْ نَفْسٌ مَا قَدَّمَتْ لِغَدٍ. And let every soul look to what it has prepared for tomorrow. SubhanAllah. Look to what we have prepared for tomorrow. Very interesting linguistically in Arabic what's happening here. Because tomorrow, I remember Imam Majid was even mentioning once that the tomorrow here is not like tomorrow, the next day of October. It's for us to reflect that death itself is tomorrow. Death itself, the reckoning, the day of judgment, all of this, it's but what? A day? An hour? A minute in the grand scheme of life, in the grand scheme of the universe? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is asking us to look to what we've prepared for the next life. We spend our lives, brothers and sisters. We spend our time preparing for this life. And that in and of itself is a noble cause when done with the right intention. We put aside our money in our 401ks. We take care of our family. We do everything we can to prepare for our retirement and to prepare for all of these things. And this is important. But as Imam Majid says over and over again, what have we done to prepare for our 401j? For our retirement plan in Jannah? Have we accumulated the spiritual states? Have we accumulated those quality actions that will testify for us on Yawm al-Qiyamah? What about that retirement plan? What about that tomorrow? What have we done to prepare ourselves for it? Because Allah is asking us here, and He's warning us here, for every soul to look to what is prepared for that next day, for that next time, for that next era, for the hereafter. This is what we have to ask ourselves. Simply reflecting on just this phrase is enough, brothers and sisters, for you and I to change our behavior.